Okay, so I don't have a fancy schmancy setup like some crafting videos do, but this is just a quick video to kind of help you guys with this, the continuous card making kit. It took me a while to figure this out. I'll show you one of my disasters. Okay, the other one's even worse. Okay, anyway. So I finally figured out exactly what Anna was doing, and she does it so quickly and so subtly you almost don't notice it. I'm going to move this away because it's creating a shadow. Okay, so the one I'm going to go with is the Bravo, Hooray, A Note to Say. Okay, so I'm going to follow it according to the instructions, but I'm also going to help you guys with everything. So what they said to do is find 2 units. So one says E and F, okay, and then the other one will say FE, FE. And another way that you can test to see if it actually coordinates with each other is you can line it up as panels here and here. So you can see that they do have 2 pictures right there and right there, okay? So thing to note is that one is this way and the other is that way. That's another way that you know that you've got the right ones. Okay, so here is the original card, and everything is pre-scored, but I would suggest like going back through and scoring it one more time along all the score lines. It'll just make it easier for you to just score and score and score, and then come through here and just score this part, and then score just this part. Be careful about where you fold, okay, because that's just going to cause problems later if you fold in the wrong place. Anyway, so the first thing that it says is to get all this stuff together naturally, and then it says to remove all of these. So from B, A from A, C from C, C from C, just like this. Okay. So what you're going to want to do is, it says after that you're just going to want to fold them in on themselves, just like the arrow says. Okay. This is actually the easy part. Okay. This is the only part of this whole process that's easy. Just so you know. Okay. And then they said go ahead and burnish these. What that basically means is press down on the adhesive so that it sticks. Okay, and then what you've got there is this lovely card, and this part actually goes right here. This side looks like it's all ready to go with its little flappies in the middle here. Okay, so the next thing that you're going to want to do is flip the card over. So now we've got this lovely scene before us. Okay, so we're going to just make sure everything's, says to flatten the folds, whatever that means. Okay, so the next thing you're going to want to do is fold it outwards, so like this. But the problem is, and I think this is where most people are getting in trouble, they're only folding over this flap right here. Okay, so only the E flap. And what you need to do, and this is what Anna did that was so subtle, is you need to fold the entire thing. So you need to go like this. See what I'm doing right now? Okay, did you see that? I'm going to show you one more time. So I'm not just pulling these flaps over and bending them against this, okay? I'm taking the entire card and I'm going flip, okay? That's what you have to do. And she does it so subtly on the video, you don't see that. So fold it all the way over, okay? So that the parts that are right here, this part and this part, right there. Okay, so it's going to lay flat like that, and I'm just going to increase the fold there. Okay, so now we've got exactly as the picture has, this little middle flap right here. Okay, it looks exactly like the instructions on number 5. Okay, all the way over. Okay, I folded it all the way over. I didn't just flip these guys over, I folded all the way over. Alright? So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take these guys. So the FE one goes here, and the EF one goes here. Okay, so I'm going to pull off these tabs. Okay, just like that. Okay, and Anna was like, you want to do the left first and then the right. It'll just be easier that way. And I have to agree with her. It will. And as you can see, here's the little picture, so you'll know that it's right. And these don't line up perfectly, so don't expect them to. You'll probably want to do some trimming later. Maybe when we cut it out ourselves it'll line up perfectly, but no matter how hard I tried, I could never get it completely. You can see there's some yellow right there and right there. I could never get it perfectly, so I'm not even gonna try. I'm gonna maybe straighten this one out just a little bit. Carefully do this, because if you separate it, it's gonna only cause problems with the gold embossing stuff, whatever that is. Okay, and then I'm just gonna burnish it, which just basically means make sure that the glue is sticking, because you want it to stick. Okay, so I just did the left side first and then the right side. So there we go. So far so good, right? So you're going to do the same thing. You're not just going to pull these guys up, okay? You're going to fold the entire thing. Do you see how I'm doing that? Okay? And don't just pull up these ends, okay? Because what you'll end up with is something that you won't be able to work with. Okay, so I'm going to fold the entire thing over. Alright, and how I know I've done it right is I've got this little flap things that are working perfectly. Okay, if I've done it wrong, if I just fold over just this part, it's going to be jammed. Okay, it's going to be like, let's see, it's going to be a garbage mess. Okay, I can't even show you in this card because it's so messed up. Okay, so remember, we're gonna fold it all the way over, all the way. Okay, almost like a little pinwheel, if you will, like that. And then I know I'm doing it right because I can easily pull these flaps up. Okay, so I'm just gonna fold those down so that they stick better. It'll also lay flatter on this side, which is what you want as well. Okay. So now that I've got this and I've got it folding up right and everything, I have the other panels. Okay, so I'm on step 9 and 10 right now. Okay, and then Anna said to do like top, bottom, bottom, top. Okay, so this is what it's going to look like eventually. So I'm going to do the bottom first. I know I shouldn't, but okay. There's that. And then there's the top. I mean, I don't really think there's a particular order you need to put it in. And as you can see, it is not lining up properly. I'm doing F to F. Exactly the way that it says, but can you see that gray that's hanging over the edge here? So I'm just going to line it up with this image. Okay, can you see that? I could probably trim that with some scissors, but c'est la vie. Okay, so now I've got this, alright, and we're moving on to step 11. Or actually, this is 11, about removing the adhesive covers and then putting them on there. Okay, flipping them over, putting all the F squares so that they line up, and then same thing. Okay, flip the entire thing over, and it's going to give you some resistance, which is why you have to kind of burnish it down on both sides. Just kind of make sure everything is sticking right, especially where the glue is. Just kind of maybe push down on it. Okay, so we're flipping not just this little part, okay? That's where everybody messes up. You got to flip the entire thing over like a cartwheel. So once you've got this, now we can embellish it because it's ready to go. Watch. So here's that. I'm just going to kind of push it down. And then there's that. And then there's that. Okay, so a note to say, bravo, hooray, cheers to you on this special day. Okay, I'm going to